Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the monthly advisor district meeting. Like we usually do, go ahead and put where you're from into the chat. Let us know who's here. Well, we're here in the end of year window, so things are moving along pretty well. Not a lot of big announcements today, so this will be pretty quick. Um, First, just covering COVID-19 stuff. Just a reminder, here are all the links we have to the FAQ and the Launch Nebraska website, which is about school for next year, 2021. I see that they just put in some more things in the FAQ, not necessarily about our data reporting, but that FAQ, we keep adding stuff to that, so I'd recommend people check that out. Just a reminder, we have that student crisis event report is now in advisor validation. We kind of talked about this last month. We're looking at collecting some additional data next year about changes related to COVID. So we're definitely leaning towards adding these two new calendar event descriptor codes. So basically, the existing instructional day code that everyone uses would kind of be repurposed as instructional day when students are primarily learning on site. And then we would add two other instructional day codes, one for when students are primarily learning from home and one for kind of a mixed setting where some students are in, some are at home. So we haven't officially added that to the list yet, but we're looking at that right now. And so we may do that in the next couple of weeks. We're also kind of researching what other states are collecting. We've heard from, we're looking at Arizona, Wisconsin, some other Ed5 states to see what they're doing. So all I can say is that we're just studying what they're doing at this time. So our year-end work days, those are all done now. We knocked all those out in about 2 weeks. Just want to remind everyone that if you go out to our Workday site, down at the bottom, we've got PDFs of the presentation and other documents like the verification reports list. We are also working on posting some videos that we took during the presentation, so maybe later today I'll be getting those posted on there. The NDE Data Conference. So since our last meeting, we have now gotten our virtual conference website put up. Basically, this is a website where we just post some videos of some of the content that would have been in the sessions at the conference. When you go here, you do have to register for an account, but it's free. Anyone can get in. And once you're in here, you click through the menu here. There's a couple of videos. Not necessarily every session, but you can see there's several out here. Like, this one, Katie talking about the Perkins 5 system. That one might be a good one to watch. Of course, Jill's covering our 2020-21 changes. Some of the same stuff we've covered in this meeting. David here previewing what the new advisor dashboard looks like. That would be a good one to watch. So I would encourage everyone to go to this link right here and sign up and check out some of the videos. On advisor validation, not too many updates. The next update we're going to release is opening up the new district admin sign-off screen on June 15th, or before then. But generally June 15th that's when we open it up to allow district administrators to sign off on the year-end collection. So the new system is just has a little more, it's a little more user-friendly than the old system. You'll actually be able to pick from a drop-down, so you can look at all the old sign-offs. You can go back and see the records from, fall 1819, year-end 1819, and fall 1920. The only other new thing that I think has come out in the last month is we added the ELPA 21 results download report. In the reports, you go click into the English learner section, and you'll see that. And that has all the raw data from ELPA 21, which I believe was already available to districts through ELPA 21's website. But we've got that data here, and then we're also working on getting the AQuest related data attached to that. So even though we're not doing AQuest accountability for 1920 because of our lack of other assessment data, we'll still be able to give you some info about the ELPA 21 scores. So that report is just a download report, meaning it's meant to be exported to Excel. It's just a big table of data. Future updates still on our list. Finishing out the GCAT report and the CRDC report. So sometime, hopefully in the near future, we will get those. Advisor person ID, I just want to note that the 2021 school year is now active. So if you wanted to start uploading next year's students, if you have that data, you can do that through there. Advisor dashboard, still kind of delayed. Obviously, we're busy with year-end stuff at the moment, so I'm hoping we will get this ready after the year-end window is closed. Like I mentioned, though, I mean, we do have a test version of it up and running, which you can see in that video that is out on the Data Conference website. So if you're interested, check that out. And yeah, if you're interested in testing still, taking volunteers still, send me an email. Uh, 2021 updates, nothing really new to add here. Other than, like I mentioned before, we're looking at adding some COVID stuff still, but otherwise, staging environment is ready to begin certification. Down in the vendor status updates, I'm not aware of anything going on other than PowerSchool. I wanted to share that. They've seen an issue where some classes, and this doesn't happen to everyone, but some classes are incorrectly being reported as dual credit. So if you don't know if that's happening to you, I'd recommend in advisor validation, you can go to the grades and courses reports, and there's actually a dual credit report in there that tells you every class we have that's dual credit for you. So they're working on a patch for that and working on the patch to allow publishing the crisis event data. I
might have, sorry to interrupt, Max, that might have
ahead.
actually gone out yesterday.
Okay.
So if you are PowerSchool hosted, I would assume that you will get that update sometime over the weekend. And then if you are part of a consortium, ESU or self-hosted, your ESU or ESU 10 will take care of you in that regards, probably over the weekend as well. And then if you're self-hosted, it's recommended you run that update. And then there will be another update that probably comes out maybe the 25th. So we'll try to keep people up to date.
Yeah, all I can say at this time is keeping an eye on it, and we will see if that's gonna affect the collection window or doing, late updates. But no word now. We'll just keep in contact with PowerSchool. Thanks, Amy, for the update. So while I'm in here, if we have updates from any of the other vendors, please let us know. Greg in the chat from JMC just said they are releasing a new build 6.9.20. There's some bug fixes that are related to year end going out in that build. So I believe the way JMC works, everyone gets the build, or everyone's hosted by JMC, if I remember. So they should be updating that for you. Anyone else? Yep, all our Nebraska clients are JMC hosted. Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any vendor updates they want to share? You could unmute yourself and go ahead and add something.
This is Michelle with CIC and Infinite Campus. We're working with customers, kind of just some one-off things. We have a couple of remaining SIS that we need to get resolved, but everything's working pretty well right now.
All right. Good to hear. Yeah, overall, everything's going smoother than a year ago. I could say that for sure.
That's good. We'll just keep
for everyone,
improving.
not for everyone. I mean,
we'll just keep improving. You bet.
So, like I said, yeah, no big updates this month. Does anyone have any other questions or anything they want to talk about?
I just wanted to double check something about the in-session instructional minutes reports in the CDC. Can I ask that here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm understanding the first part where we used to have to break it out by grade level. That's no longer needed for public schools, correct? All they want is at the bottom where you would do kindergarten hours, elementary or secondary, depending on the school. And they just want the hours there. And that's it.
Yep. And just the hours while kids were physically attending the building.
Right, right. So, and then if it's under the required 1032, then an affidavit or something has to be sent.
Yeah. Yeah. We're expecting, I think, everyone to be sending that in.
Probably, yeah. So anyways, well, that's good. At least I don't have to break it out by grade level. So even if a grade, let's say 9th grade didn't go one day, at the high school for whatever reason, we're still doing it where the majority went? If the majority went, or?
I don't know the exact instructions on that, but yeah, I'm sure it's meant to be the majority.
I believe that's correct, because I believe in that case, your teachers were there teaching.
It's just that one grade level wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just put it with the main. Okay, gotcha.
And if anyone is not familiar with that affidavit, or you don't know if your superintendent has filled that out, that is also available in our COVID-19 webpage. I believe it's in the facts somewhere. But.
We can actually see if our superintendent on an individual district has sent it in.
I don't know if there's a way for you to see
gotcha.
that, but I would just say, talk to your superintendent, because they would probably be the person filling this out.
Well, okay.
Max, this is Glenna Withers from HTRS Schools. I see there that there is a Rule 10 and a Rule 14. Are we supposed to do both of those, or which one?
No, but all public schools are Rule 10, I think. Oh, wait. Yeah, Rule 14 is for approved schools, I believe. Unless I'm getting my numbers mixed up.
It says approved, and then the 10 says accredited.
Right.
Yeah.
So Rule 10 is public, and Rule 14, are those non-public or are those
non-publics are a mix of 10s and 14s.
and 14s?
But yeah, all public schools are accredited.
Thank you.
Thank you for that information, guys.
Yep. And then Denise just put in the chat, if you guys didn't see that there will be a bulletin that goes out that'll have all those appropriate links. So hopefully your superintendents and principals are getting that, and we'll know, or whoever needs to fill those out will see that information.
Alrighty. Anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Summer school supplemental report. That is that one of the CDC collections?
Yes, it's a CDC select. Yes, it is a CDC, or is it a yeah, it's under the, yes, it's under the CDC collections.
It's CDC, and it doesn't open for a little bit.
So I'm not aware necessarily of how COVID or anything would impact that. But Todd, yeah, if you have a question about it, I would encourage you to submit it through here, because yeah, if there is a COVID related effect on that collection, then we'll answer it in the FAQ.
This is just a petty question. Report of suspensions and expulsions, public schools no longer have to do that. However, when it says open collections, it shows that we have not submitted it, and that bothers our administrators. So is there a way, because we haven't submitted it because we don't have to, correct?
Correct.
Well,
the old CDC collection does not need to be submitted.
Right, and that's what it shows. Let's see here, report of suspensions and expulsions, and you click on it and it says 19-20 school year forward won't be collected through data collection, but it still says no for submitted, and they just want to double check that I haven't forgotten that.
As far as I know, that's something we can probably remove from the CDC. I'm not sure if there's some other some reason that we still have that there.
This is Jenny. The non-public still have to report that, and
Oh.
also that's why the days in session is still in there, because the non-publics have to report it. So if there's any way we could put that as NA for the publics.
Yeah,
We
we
can
talked.
probably do
Yeah,
that.
talk to Lee. Yeah.
And sorry, that's just a physical look, and it's just, they look at this a lot and want to make sure I've got my ducks in a row, and it's like, yes, I do, but well, it says no. Well, I know, but
Jenny,
thank you.
talk to Yali.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
But I'd like to address Bev's question, because she has something about they don't need to keep track of summer school. I guess I didn't get that trickle down that.
I don't know what funding you're referring to, Bev, but
Right.
I was told that summer school would not be funded this year because of COVID. And so we don't need to keep track of attendance or anything else. And there's nothing to report in CDC. Is that not true?
so you're still doing summer school?
They're doing a somewhat of a virtual version with just a few teachers and kids. But yeah, remotely.
We're going to have to confirm that, because I do know that there is a federal report where we use that information. So
Oh.
can someone
Well, and then I also know that that's part of that supplements your ADA and ADM as well.
Well, for what,
Is the-
not for the stuff we use for like,
The feds.
it's only for the stuff we use, the ADA we use for feds, and I think we just need to check with Bryce's team.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that
that's some-
that collection is a fall collection. It doesn't open till August.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're doing summer school in July, we need to be
Yeah.
tracking and recording the data so we can submit the part later.
Jenny, can
I
you
would
check with
continue
Bryce?
to track and report. I would continue to track.
Yes, I will
Just
check
even
with
as a
finance.
district for your own purposes.
Okay.
That would be my advice. I would err on the side of tracking so that you're prepared either way.
Okay. Thank you for that advice.
As far as I know, that's still being collected, but I will check with Bryce in the finance section, and I can bring it back to this meeting next month.
Even if the students do not physically attend summer school, if it's all done remotely online.
We need more information. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's why we need to talk to people here at the department.
Okay, and how will that question be answered? Will it be in a district bulletin or?
More than likely, if the answers change, you will see a bulletin item. If they don't, you may not hear until the district meeting next month.
Okay, thank you.
And either way, it'll go into the FAQ, I'd say.
Okay, because I don't know how we're going to track attendance if it's done
Right,
remotely with packets.
right. I understand that.
I understand that
Okay.
too.
All right, thank you.
I have a quick question here. What is the GCAT?
Oh, the graduate cohort analysis tool that was a set of reports in the old NSSRS validation site that we've partially recreated in advisor validation, but we still have some more reports we need to recreate.
Thank you.
All righty, anyone else? Anything? Last call. All right, our next meeting is July 8th. So if you are, working during that time, feel free to attend. That's it for this month, though. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.